Hey there, chess enthusiasts! Today I will show you my 3 best chess openings for beginners and also for intermediate chess players to guarantee you a safe start in every chess match. The first opening is for white, the very famous Italian game. It goes after pawns to e4 and e5, followed by knight to f3 attacking the black pawn on e5, and of course knight to c6 defending it. Now we continue with developing our bishop here on c4 with the key also called the main move of the very famous Italian game. One of the oldest and also most famous chess openings in the whole game and history of chess. But why is it so good for beginners? Pretty good question, but also very easy to answer. By your first 3 moves, you instantly started the occupation and controlling of the most important place of the chessboard, right, the center here. Furthermore, you already now developed 2 of your light chess pieces, so here the knight on f3 and also the bishop on c4, which is also attacking black's weakest point here right now, which is the f7 square here. Especially for chess beginners and also low intermediate chess players, this square here, so this field on the board, is pretty weak and also attack attractive for the white chess pieces. Additionally, you are now after only 3 moves into the game already ready to do the short castling, so castle kingside here like this. This does not only bring our rook here in the center of the chessboard into action, but also our king here way more safety behind this very, not easy to break through pawn wall for attacks of our opponent. So our opponent in this position might just continue with also developing his light chess pieces. So for example, you could play knight to f6 attacking your pawn on e4, or you could also play a similar move before you have of course done the short castling, which is bishop to c5, and you just continue with doing the same. Develop your chess pieces, be careful of your opponent's attacks, and occupy the center of the chessboard. Before we will continue with the second chess opening, I really would like to ask you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, because I'm really trying to reach the 1000 subscribers right now, and how you can see, we are already very close. Thank you. So the second chess opening that is in my top 3 list for the best chess openings for beginners and also low intermediate chess players is the Slav defense for black. It goes after the queen's gambit, so pawns to d4 and d5, now a closed game, followed by pawn to c4. And here you now answer with the move pawn to c6, the key also called the main move of the Slav defense. So the idea behind this opening is that normally in the queen's gambit decline variations, you continue here with pawn to e6 declining the gambit, but with this move you're blocking your queen's bishop right now for a pretty long time in this chess match. So therefore you play pawn to c6 with the Slav defense, and it is pretty simple. You just do not block this bishop here, but he's now completely open for development. But this is definitely not the only reason why I recommend this opening to chess beginners. The Slav defense that you can see here on the chessboard right now is definitely less hard to play and to understand for chess beginners and also for intermediate chess players than the long and classical lines of the normal queen's gambit decline variation that goes after pawn to e6 as the second move and as the answer on white playing pawn to c4 with the queen's gambit. So white in most of the cases now continues with either trading pawns here in the center right now, or also playing pawn knight to c3, strengthening the attack on the d5 pawn of your army. Or white could also develop his second knight right now here on f3. And on all of these 3 options of white, you just do the same. You either just capture the white pawn here on c4 if white has not done it yet, so trade pawns here in this position, or you continue with developing your light chess pieces as always. Now let's continue with the third and also the last opening on my top 3 list, the French defense. On pawn to e4 we go with e6, and on pawn to d4 we go with a similar move, pawn to d5. And by this second move of black, so pawn to d5, black immediately challenges the white chess pieces for a very strong battle in the center of the chessboard, and yes, whoever wins it will occupy it and have an advantage against his opponent. So white has a number of responses right now. They of course have the famous knight to c3, they also have pawn to e5 with the advanced variation, they have other moves like knight to d2, or also the exchange variation here that are also pretty common. But in general, we just have the main setup. We are fighting right now for more control on the whole chessboard, especially here in the center, and in the following moves we will also continue and start with developing our light chess pieces and attacking, but again, we have to be also careful for attacks of our opponent. So these are my top 3 chess openings for beginners and intermediate chess players. The white Italian game, and also 2 defenses for black, the Slav defense, and how you can see on the chessboard right now, the French defense. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and also leave a like. And write down there in the comments which other videos you want to see. Till next time, bye!